In this part of the tutorial, we're going to talk about modules in JavaScript. So imagine that here we have a kind of variable which is employees, the name of the class, or for example here it's better to consider this variable. Here we have employee number 1 or employee number 2. We want to export it somewhere inside another file in JavaScript. So we want to have separate JavaScript files, but we want to share some variables between each other. So here, for example, we want to export employee 1. To do so, here we write export, and then because it's a variable that has been defined before, we can write default. So we don't need to default it, declare it anymore, and then we can write employee number 1. Or if you want to create a new variable and export it right here, you can write export let, and then you can write the name of the variable. For example, you can write employee, or you can say, for example, name equals, then you write a string. For example, you can write Karen. Okay, so let's save this. And so we want to create a new file, and then in the new file we want to import these variables. So here let's create a new file, and I can call it module.js. But actually the actual module is this file, because it's the recent file here in the classes.js, because we wanted to import the variables inside this file into the new file, which is module.js. So here we go. Let me also create, copy and paste this, create an HTML file for this. So let's rename it to, this was about the module, so module.html. Okay, so here I should write module.js, and okay, let's have two tags here with IDs inside of them. So, and here let's see the result. Okay, so let's save this, and also here let's get back to module.js. Let's have these two next to each other for better access. Okay, there we go. So here we want to import, let's also have classes.js next to module.js in order to have a better access. Okay, so here we want to import the variables. So let's write import, and then we had variables from this one, employee 1 and name. Employee 1, first let's import this one, employee 1 from, and here we write the address of the file that we exported this variable. So it should be inside of a string, so dot / and okay, I think it's / here, like this. So here we write the directory of the file, so, or the name of the file. So here we want to import from classes.js. Here we go. So let's use the employee 1 right now. So here I can write document .get elements by ID, and here we had names, which was the name of the ID of the tag, .inner HTML, and here I can write employee 1. So here we go, we write employee 1, and then we can also check about the age, because employee 1 is just an object, but we want to know the method age here. So we want to know the age of the employee 1 inside of another file. And you can remember where we write classes, and we defined an employee, we defined a new object from the class of the employees, and so we defined a new employees with the certain date of birth, and then we could get the age from it. So okay, that's it. Let's save all of the files, and here we want to look for module.html right here. So here let's see the results, and let's inspect the elements to see if we have any errors. Okay, we have an error. Let's see what that is. Cannot use import statements outside of a module. So we should be inside of a module, but no, the problem here is we're working on the files. So this tutorial, we cannot test it on the files because we're writing our codes, and the system of our coding is through the files. So here, for example, we call for the file classes.js, but we are inside of our operating system and we're not on a web page, and so there's no HTTP, so that we can get the result that we're looking for. But in HTTP, we can import this kind of module, and so here the module does not work because we're working on the files. But when it is deployed on somewhere where we have HTTP, then we will be able to import our modules and export modules from other files and be able to get that. So that's why here we get this kind of problem here, because we have files. So in files we have such a problem, we cannot import it. As you can see in the console, it says that cannot import a statement outside of a module, but actually this error only happens when we're working with files, not with HTTP. Okay, that's it for this tutorial, and the purpose was only to show you how you can import and export modules, but with files you will not be able to test